I'm glad you're here because you are honest and you're real. And I had someone else on who was honest and real. So I didn't want to focus on this from the beginning. We're going to talk about the other stuff that you do and what you have planned and all of that stuff. But it is no secret that you've had some friction. There's been friction between you and Monique. And we had Monique on here on our last show. She briefly mentioned your conflict, but I want to hear your perspective. What happened? Where does this conflict come from?
My conflict comes from saying yes when everybody else was saying no. If I had said no, I'm not going to have her on my radio show. If I said no, I'm not doing this concert with her, then we're not having these problems. But I felt like it was important to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Obviously, in hindsight, I think it's hazardous. You know, you could say yes to drugs, just say no to her. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, had I said no and listened to my advisors, like so many people have, then I'm not in this situation. If I said yes, it has led to this. It is a conflict. I feel like I have my side, she has hers, and I'm going to do my thing, and she's going to do hers. But I have nothing but contempt for her. Honestly, that's honest I can say about it.
Look, it's interesting that you say that because...
It's not even the kind of make-believe kind of contempt. It's the real kind.
It's interesting that you say that because I have had people who, you know, she has said stuff about, and it's tough to hear, right? But it's her story to tell and not mine. So I had her on because for two reasons. One, I wanted to know about pay disparity among black women in Hollywood, which she brought up on my show 10 years ago, and now Taraji is doing it. And two, I wanted to know from her what was her responsibility in all of this. But I did have people saying, no, you should say no to her. But I thought what she had to say was important because at least she was out front with that part of it, about pay disparity.
Well, we'll see how that works out for you. Let's see how it works out for you. I mean, we'll see. Like, I just ultimately think that had I listened to my advisors and had I, you know, not chosen to give, like ultimately she says it stems from her coming on my radio show, which wouldn't have happened and I wasn't there, which wouldn't have happened had I not said yes. Mm-hmm. She says it's a contract dispute, which wouldn't have happened had I said yes, had I not said yes. So ultimately, the onus is on me for doing things that were contrary to my internal mechanisms and my team. So here we are.